Come with me to hopefully stay divorced.
He was even so petty that he took the carpet. The carpet.
Man who donated his kidney to his wife demands it back during divorce.
Oh, I am flabbergasted. So if you guys haven't seen the video of the woman talking about how she's a stay-at-home mom and her husband decided to proceed forward with the divorce. Her name's not on the house. Her name's not on the car. She's scared right now.
You're still having to commit so much money to that financial burden and to support him?
Yes, 100%. Basically, I go to court almost every year because he comes with this, whole map of how my career will be, like, oh, that she's going to win the belt here in a couple of years and then she's going to make this money. And it's just like, it's crazy to me how people can just be money orientated about other people's money.
He goes in there and like projects your earnings?
Yes. Yeah, well, him and his lawyers, right? Yeah, like, okay, so...
Hi, ladies. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Miss Cafe. So, ladies, this week I have some very interesting videos for you. And I hope you enjoy them and I hope you watch them like before. I don't know why YouTube has been flagging my videos of late. I don't know whether it's because I was not active for almost 2 weeks. But anyway, we move. So today we're talking about the most shocking thing these women's ex-husbands asked for in the divorce because, oh my God, men will leave you in the desert without water. And you're about to find out in this video. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video and then I'll be back to give my take on it.
We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that, period.
We're not gonna do that. Okay, well, you have a decision: open marriage or divorce or what? That's what it is. It is what it is. I make the rules now. Yeah, you want to go out there and do you cheated, so now guess what? You gonna feel that. You gonna feel that as you get it back. It's my turn.
Baby, you probably already forgave me for that, baby. We've been together 10 years, baby. We got a family. We got 3 kids.
And what I got to show for?
We've been together 3 years. We got 3 kids. We've been together 10 years.
We can stay together. I ain't saying I don't love you. I love you. We can stay together.
What?
Yeah, you can still have all of that. You can still have the family and the kids and all of that along with me doing what I do now.
I slept around, baby.
And now I do. I go out. I do me. I enjoy other men.
Yes or no?
I just said, well, why you keep asking me the same thing? That ain't gonna change the reality of the fact. It's not. I did it. I'm gonna keep doing. I got a date this weekend. Money, yes.
What money?
Knows how to treat me.
What?
Knows how to talk to me. What you mean? What's hard to understand? See, now it's hard for you to understand when you gotta take it. Yeah. Yeah. What?
That don't even make sense what you're saying.
It do make sense.
So you just gonna embarrass us? You gonna embarrass us like
that? Let me tell you what don't make sense. What don't make sense?
This is embarrassing. What you saying right now is embarrassing. You on live right now. What you saying is embarrassing. Come on, man.
And you expect to get the same energy that you got from me. That's what don't make sense.
So you can't forget. You supposed to forgave me.
Oh yeah.
Come on, you supposed to forgave me.
I can forgive you.
We done prayed about this. This is over with. We done prayed about this. Everything. This supposed to be.
I can forgive you and not be mad. I don't have to stay. I don't have to stay in that place. I don't have to stay mad.
So how we gonna fix it? How we gonna fix our marriage? You tell me that.
We can keep the marriage. We can stay. I'm just telling you, you can have the marriage. You can have us. You can have this illusion that you want to have. We can keep the kids together. This is what we gonna do. We are going to have an open marriage. I'm not asking you. If you don't want to deal with that, you can have your divorce. You can go. But at this point, this is what it is.
Oh man.
So, I said it.
And what I'm supposed to do?
What you decide right now what you're supposed to do.
So you telling me?
Already been open enough for the both of us. 17 women.
What kind of marriage is that? They ain't no marriage.
You been open enough for the both of us.
Come on, baby. What you supposed to forget? That's what you say. It don't even sound right.
It don't sound right, but it sound right for me to get cheated on and stay faithful. That sound right. You know what? You got double standards. You can dish it, but you can't take it. Your little ego can't take it.
Just another player in your game for two. You may hate me, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye.
The comment section of this video is absolutely wild to me. The amount of women sharing their stories about things their exes asked for in a divorce. One woman said her ex fought more for a sectional than he did his own son. Another woman said her divorce attorney told her that the worst divorce that he ever seen was over a spatula. And one woman said her ex wanted her childhood blanket. I think sometimes breakups and divorces can expose exactly how vindictive your partner can be. I think the idea that you would dare be happy or to find some joy in your life after them is too much. So they want to take whatever that thing is. They're going to take your sewing machine. They're going to want the dog they never fed, never walked, never pet. They're going to fight you for sole custody of children they don't know anything about. Not their birthday, not their eye color, not if they have a peanut allergy, not the school they go to. They're going to fight for that because they know that you want it just to get back at you. It's sad that you can love someone so much that you want to marry them, have children with them, spend the rest of your life with them, and that same person can hate you so much they would do anything to cause you pain. They want emotion out of you, and they know they can't get love out of you anymore, so they'll settle for sadness, they'll settle for hate, they'll settle for anything as long as you just feel something for them.
Oh, I am flabbergasted. So if you guys haven't seen the video of the woman talking about how she's a stay-at-home mom and her husband decided to proceed forward with the divorce. Her name's not on the house. Her name's not on the car. She's scared right now. So I'm like, oh, that's sad, you know, but they'll be able to see that she's been a stay-at-home mom for a decade, and she'll be able to get child support and alimony. You know, she's still taking a loss. It's still hurtful, but she'll be able to get that. There's a comment in there where she said she signed a prenup where she waived all assets and alimony. Oh my God. And that's what she said. She said she signed that prenup that waived all assets and alimony. I do believe that it's okay to get a prenup if that's what y'all want as a couple. I just don't understand if you know you're signing you signed a prenup. How did he talk her into being a stay-at-home mom? How do you live like that? Oh, I feel so bad for her.
Man who donated his kidney to his wife demands it back during divorce. Now, I have seen some petty things in my life, okay? I've been through a petty divorce. But, sir, if you think you're about to cut me open, if you think you're about to cut me open, how hurt are you? How hurt are you? Listen, what kind of caliber of men we got out here? All right. It's given I just went through puberty for the first time. I just got my period for the first time. Because what are we doing? But real talk, let me put you up on game, right? This is a very extreme case. But typically when somebody is this petty and they want something back from somebody that they're no longer with, it has nothing to do with a thing. It has nothing to do with wanting the thing that they still have, unless it's like a family heirloom or something. It has nothing to do with that. What you want back is your dignity. What you want back is your trust, is your love, you want to save face. You want what you feel like you've lost emotionally, and you really feel like getting a kidney back is gonna fix that. I know it's not easy and I know it's not fun, but we got to learn how to let people go. Let that stuff go. Walking around here angry and bitter. Fix it right now.
You're still having to commit so much money to that financial burden and to support him.
Yes, 100%. Basically, I go to court almost every year because he comes with this, whole map of how my career will be, like, oh, that she's going to win the belt here in a couple of years and then she's going to make this money. And it's just like, it's crazy to me how people can just be money orientated about other people's money.
He goes in there and like projects your earnings.
Yes. Yeah, well, him and his lawyers, right? Yeah, like, okay, so she'll probably win the belt in 2 years or 1 year, and then people who win the belt, they make about this much money. I don't work. I'm like trying to work and provide this life for my daughter, and like being a mom and taking care of her and doing all this thing, and then I still have to pay him, and I have to pay his lawyers to fight against me. And so I'm like paying his lawyer's fees to get my money, and I'm paying my lawyer, and then I'm paying him just to be like a dad.
It's actually frightening when you have a video go viral on TikTok, because one of two things happen. One, a bunch of men come into your comments and start saying just nasty ass things. Or two, you find a bunch of women who have gone through similar things. And that's what's happened here. If you are about to get married or thinking about getting married, I need you to go read the comments of the things that these men have fought over during a divorce. It is so eye-opening, and it's just really important knowledge to have going into a marriage. One thing that is so important to remember is the person that you are marrying is not the same person that you are going to be divorcing. I understand when you get married, you go into a marriage assuming that you're not going to get divorced. We're different. We love each other. This is great. But realistically speaking, a lot of marriages end in divorce. So now is the time you should be thinking about what will happen if you get divorced. If you want it, they're going to want to keep it and fight you over it. They will fight over everything. I was trying to do anything possible to not have this go to court and that we could settle things on our own. Now, knowing what I know now, I wish we would have just gone to court. It would have saved me money in the long run, but it is what it is. So if this video reaches one person, the lesson you need to learn is to document everything. Someone in the comments said that they are married, and whenever their husband gives them a gift, they text the husband and they're like, oh, thank you for getting me XYZ gift. I love it. Just so if they were to get divorced, there is proof that it was a gift, because technically you are supposed to be able to keep gifts. These earrings, my ex-husband gave to me, and he wanted to fight over these earrings. He also wanted to keep the engagement ring that he gifted me before we were married. But again, I was trying to keep it out of court. He kept my wedding engagement ring and wedding ring, and I kept these diamond earrings. So just please, for the love of God, document everything. And before you get married, write down all of the things that were yours beforehand and have these conversations before you get to the point where you're divorcing a totally different person than you married.
I'm sitting here trying to pull myself together to walk into work. But divorcing someone who wants to take more than they already have is... I can't even express the level of exhaustion that I have. But my kids deserve stability. And he's already created so much chaos and uncertainty for the future and financial insecurity. I'm working my ass off to keep the house from being taken away from my kids. My ass off. I have been working my ass off. And all he's been doing is threatening to take it away. And what was supposed to be an uncontested divorce. He has fought me tooth and nail throughout this entire time. From the original agreement that we had. Now he doesn't want to pay child support. And he's hiring a lawyer to take everything else that he thinks is his. Because he is a selfish bastard who hasn't already taken enough. Hasn't already gambled enough. But our kids deserve stability. They deserve their home. They don't deserve any more uncertainty and to be uprooted any more than they already have. So I'm going to continue to fight this bastard, even though I don't have anything left in me. And I am exhausted in a way that I can't even express. But I'm a mom first, and my kids deserve stability in the chaos that he created. So I'm going to fight him.
When I turned 18 years old and I went off to college, one of the first things I ever did was request the records of my parents' very messy divorce and the custody records of me. Because I know when people divorce, things can get messy, emotions can cloud your judgment and how you remember things. So I requested the records, and I implore every child of a messy divorce to do the same. Request the records. Read them. It may feel like an invasion of privacy, but it affects you too. Especially if you're from one of those divorces where you have to pick a side, really. And I didn't really have to pick a side when I was a little kid, but now it's come apparent that I kind of have to pick a side. And I've always been on my mother's. My mother raised me. My mother's the reason that I was diagnosed with all the rare ass conditions that I have, and she's the reason that I can eat again. She's the reason I can literally walk. Okay? I owe that woman my life. But when I was 18, I requested the records because I know that when you have a messy divorce, sometimes emotions can cloud your judgment and how you remember things. So I went through them with a red pen. And I circled every single time one of my parents lied, because I remember everything from 2 on. So I could remember who lied and who didn't. And I also knew the stories that were told. 15 different people on my mother's side of the family, because I went behind her back and I asked people about the divorce. And people who were there. And they all told the same story. So I went through the divorce records. I went through the custody case. I circled it with a red pen. And the amount of times I circled my father was enough to tell me that he lied through his damn teeth. And I think every single child of a messy divorce should do the same, because it was very eye-opening for me to realize my mom was right. My mom was very, very much right, and I don't know how my father's alive, because honestly, I'm shocked my grandpa didn't fucking murder him.
Have you guys heard about the story where the guy asked for 50-50 custody of his children after him and his wife split? And now, being that he's figuring out that the workload is too tough for him, he is begging for his wife back. So the wife don't want anything to do with it. She is comfortable with doing 50-50 custody because she says now she gets some freedom. Now her workload is light, and he understanding like how much she was really putting into the children, the home, him, everything. And she says that when they were together, that he really didn't help out with anything that had anything to do with the house, the baby, pretty much anything. All that he thought that he had to do was go home and bring home the bacon, and that was it. And this story is so fucking funny to me because he bragged to her saying that, like, yeah, since we're divorced and you're leaving me, that your life is going to be much harder without me. And now she's out here living her fucking best life because now she don't have to take care of him. She don't have to take care of the house. She only has to take care of the child half of the time. And so he is like regretting his decision on taking 50% of the custody of the child. To say, you got to be careful what the fuck you ask for, fellas. And keep in mind that the baby is only 14 months old. So this little motherfucker is running circles around his ass and he don't know what to do about it. But oh well, you snooze, you lose, bitch.
So yesterday my ex found out how much I'm going to get of his retirement, legally what the law says, and he's going to fight me over his retirement because he goes, I have worked 35 years and I'm not going to retire with nothing. We put all of our funds into his retirement and I didn't put any retirement away.
So this is common. A lot of people feel like if you have a retirement account, you did all the work, it's with your company. Marriage at the end is about give and take, and we assume that you both contributed some way. So while you were working to contribute X amount to your retirement fund every pay period, this other person may have been taking care of the children so that you could further your career. Unless you have a pre or post-nuptial agreement that excludes your retirement accounts are marital property and subject to equitable distribution.
I've asked hundreds of divorced men over the years what they contributed to their marriage. Anyone want to guess the top answer? When I saw this thread, I knew it was going to be good, but boy, I wasn't ready for the tea. The author pinned the answer, which is I went to work every day, and that's when people started coming out to play. When me and my ex-husband had our first child, I cried to him and told him I made so many sacrifices when I knew I was becoming a mother. And I told him I didn't feel he changed anything. He said, I've made sacrifices too. I asked, what sacrifices have you made? He said, I stopped getting breakfast before work. Wild thing to say to someone who's the primary caregiver for an infant. Next up, my ex-husband claimed I used him as my slave because, gasp, he had to take out the garbage and do dishes in his own damn home. He didn't even have a job. He was in school. Once my dad said, I come home at night. Like you deserve an award? My ex would say money, and that was literally the only thing he provided. That man sat in his computer playing World of Warcraft for 15 years, ignoring me, our house, our yard, our daughter, our pets. Everything else was on me, but yeah, he was the provider. This woman said my ex-boyfriend did the same, paid his half of the bills. Then when it was time to spend time together, he was scrolling on his phone the entire time and would go game with his boys after. Do men even like women? Genuinely asking. She then continued on, we both worked until I became temporarily physically disabled and unable to work. Then he left me because of that. And I just know there's a keyboard warrior out there just waiting to get into the comments, and before you do, let me read one more. This person said, so basically these men worked full time, then when they came home, they went into downtime mode and neglected their marriage and families. Why are we mad at the men? Shouldn't we be mad at capitalism for pushing people to work themselves to the point of burnout? I don't disagree with you, my dude, but in case you missed it, in most American households, both men and women work. And on top of that, handling most of the domestic labor. Do you feel me now?
I gotta move all the automatic payments and stop using it. And he said, you need to start using your own card now. What card?
Jesus, I can be straight up real with you. The people that I've known that's been through a divorce that was bad, they ended up broke immediately. Being a stay-at-home mom, divorce happens, broke immediately. I don't care what nobody says. That's scary, especially if you're in a life that you were being financially supported for real, like you wasn't having to worry about no bills or no job. All you had to do was focus on your kids. And then a divorce comes up out of nowhere, and then all the accounts or whatever you attached to gets cut off. No money, no job, having to go stay with a friend or their parents. That's scary. I don't care what nobody's saying. But then again, there's people out there that has looked me straight in my face and said, friend, if I was to ever get divorced, everything that you see in this house would be mine and more. I wouldn't be the one starting over. It would be him. But just like Britney Spears said, you got to work. Overnight, you got to go to work. You got to get back on the grind overnight. That's a world change.
Men who complain that women took half of their money in a divorce are really just telling on themselves and demonstrating that they believe everything in a marriage belongs 100% to them, including their wife and children. Who said that?
Okay, just listen here. You are my wife. You are my property. And I'll do whatever fuck I want, and there's not a thing that you can do about it.
That's not how this works. You have such a twisted way of thinking. You can't just cheat on me and expect that I'm going to stay.
Look, you just don't have a choice with this. I would have to submit to a divorce, which I'm not doing.
I came here for this story because I was told that it's rather very urgent because there's some sort of help that you need.
I'm trying not to be emotional about this because it's too much. It's too much. I need help from people who can do the investigation of what happened to the funds. That he transferred it secretly to another fund.
Okay.
So that when I divorce, I don't get anything. I resigned. I took my pension out. I cashed it out.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him his money.
For what, my sister?
Because it's his money. We married in community.
My sister, Mara, you are not yet divorced.
Yeah. We married in community.
I'm trying not to judge you.
I judge myself.
Because I'm thinking to myself, when you cash out, and you give him his 50, he's going to blow it. Your 50 still has to work for the household.
Yes. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah. And I really feel like justice is failing me because I've been up and down everywhere. And I'm being told one thing or the other. The youngest one is owing at school currently, and they are holding his report. He was thrown out of school, like I don't know how many times. Then the church had to intervene there and there for him to go back to school. Thank God for this church. Honestly, I don't know how I would continue. I need help, legal help.
So you're telling me you're not going to allow me to get a divorce when you're cheating on me?
What I'm telling you is that God said your desire shall be contrary to your husband, but he shall rule over you. And I'm telling you, a divorce is contrary to what I want, so it's not happening.
Being cheated on is contrary to what I want. And what does the Bible say about adultery? Do you just pick and choose what you believe in?
Dude, it doesn't matter. What you're not grasping is your opinion doesn't matter. I own you. I own you.
You own me. What the fuck?
Thoughts on the video going around of the woman who is a stay-at-home mom for 7 years whose husband has suddenly asked for a divorce that's going around is, first of all, empathy, because that's a very difficult place to be in emotionally and now financially. But also understanding, like, she probably never thought he would do that to her. When they bought a house, he didn't even put her on the title of the home or the deed of the home because he didn't want to put that debt on her. But that was also so harmful to their kids, because if he passed away and did not have a will set up, that home could have gone into probate and his wife and children would have lost their home. I don't think she mentioned her car, but a lot of times in these situations, the woman is not on the title or registration of her vehicle because he bought it for her. She doesn't even have her own line of credit. She's on his credit card, and he's telling her, like, just start using your own credit card. She does not have income. She has a huge gap in her resume, and she's not the only one that has faced it. And I don't say any of this out of judgment of people who are stay-at-home moms or who want to be stay-at-home moms. I say it out of, it is time that we take it seriously in how we protect stay-at-home parents. Because if you think, oh, my husband would never do that to me, he's a man. The only thing they do is ever.
Husbands have used the patriarchal society to steal from their wives. Fitzgerald stole from his wife Glenda, and The Great Gatsby is a good example of that. A large chunk of this, possibly quite likely the majority of this, was written by her, which means that the name on the cover of this book is not accurate. It's still printed with his name on it, which is kind of disgusting considering we know this. Einstein's wife, Mileva, probably co-wrote a lot of his work, and she was never acknowledged or celebrated. War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy was copyrighted by like 8 times, I think, by his wife. There's the famous example of Rosalind Franklin, whose discoveries helped Crick and Watson discover DNA. Cheng Shung Wu, scientific contributions to the discovery of the atomic bomb have been left completely ignored. Okay, I'm going to have to read this one out loud. Lisa Meitner described the theory and coined the term nuclear fissions, and she was never acknowledged for that, which is also, I have to admit, probably got a lot to do with the fact that she was Jewish in Nazi Germany. But yeah, her superior was extremely racist and sexist, and he told her co-writer, a man, to just claim the work and told him, you'll get away with it, which he did.
Any guesses to where I'm at right now? I'm at the bank, as if my life couldn't get any worse. My soon-to-be ex-husband somehow fraudulently signed my name on an IRS check, refund check, cashed it, took all the funds out of our marital account that's on the divorce paperwork that he's not supposed to be doing, even though it hasn't been officially served yet, and then closed the account. And you want to know what this motherfucker left me with? $38. $38 is all I got. I wish this was not real life right now, but here I am, and somebody's about to get in really big trouble at the bank right now. What psychopath leaves the mother of their child with no money to be able to provide for them? This is beyond narcissism. This is beyond drug addiction. This is beyond a mental health crisis. I am so upset. I want to cry. I want to cry. I can't believe that this is happening. And despite all of this, I have never did this to him. I never did. And now I'm looking back and I'm like, you know what? I should have played the game. I should have freaking taken half and moved it to my personal account. Or taken all of it. But no, I didn't. I didn't. So yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how I'm going to survive this. I have no idea how I'm going to get through this for myself and for my children. I just want one day of good. I don't want to stoop down and turn into an ugly, horrible, spiteful, petty person. I'm just not that person. And I guess I have to be. This is hard. This is really fucking hard. I just pray that something comes of it. So, fuck this, man.
I don't think you guys are getting it. Laws don't protect women from men. They protect men from women. You're just not worth going to prison over. It's like what that one lady said on here. The reason women cry is because we can't kill you. We assume we're gonna get caught, not because we can't execute a plan, but because we don't have the hubris that men tend to have. Brian Koberger, sloppy. James Craig, the dentist that poisoned his wife of 26 years with arsenic. Why would he assume that he's not gonna get caught? It's always the husband. Has he watched a true crime documentary ever in his life? We're not trapped in here with you.
You're trapped in here with us.
Come with me to hopefully stay divorced. Story time. So I've been divorced for 6 years. I left my ex-husband over 7 years ago and moved back with family in California. I filed for divorce in California. We've been totally no contact for over 5 years. It's been great. We do have a daughter together. He does not pay child support. He has not seen his daughter since before she was 2. Honestly, I'm fine with it because he is in active addiction, has never offered to go to rehab, has, to my best of my knowledge, never tried. He truly believes that you can use drugs and have a normal life. I disagree. He's also a narcissist. I suffered years and years of narcissistic abuse, immense stress and trauma in my relationship with him. I was gaslit beyond belief, and I can't exactly blame this on him, but I was diagnosed with MS shortly before we separated. Stress and MS are not a good combination. My life has been exponentially better since he's been out of it, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Despite being a single mother, despite not ever getting any financial help from him, I'm great. I'm doing great, and maybe he can tell. He has admitted to following me online, stalking me. I've blocked him on every platform. I don't communicate with his family. Again, he's an abuser. He was really, really bad. Not just because of his addiction. He also is DL, or a homosexual who seeks out women, gets into relationships with them, mooches off of them, uses them for financial and emotional benefits. He's doing that now. He clearly has a new girlfriend. He's had ChatGPT or maybe somebody more official help him write up this little bitty legal thing. And because the only judgment that's ever been ruled in our case, which ended up being a default judgment in California, he is asking to set aside the judgment, which that judgment is essentially the ruling of our divorce. So I'm saying undivorced because it's cute, it's catchy, it's weird. And it's essentially what would have to happen in order for him to get financial gain, which is what he's trying to get. He thinks that I tricked the judge in some way to give me more money in the divorce settlement because I asked for a certain amount of money if and when we sold our home. Kind of as a buyout because I had to flee the family home with my infant daughter and I've never received any sort of financial help. He's a complete absent father to both of his children. And for me to walk away from the home, that felt like, okay, I can recoup this. I couldn't kick him out at the time. He had already was using the home to sell drugs and gave that address to workers to use as their address. So that house was like totally tainted and I had to flee. Like I never had a fighting chance. A lot of people would ask me, why didn't you just stay in the house and like kick him out? That was not an option. He was not going anywhere. He was also still very actively gaslighting me for the first year of our separation. So like he would tell me he was sober to the point that I couldn't even help. I just had no like footing. I had no evidence. I couldn't even help my stepdaughter's bio mom in like until we were able to finally connect and like see where things aligned. And then he completely horrifically flunked a test with some of the highest numbers that are even Googleable. So he's not seen his children since then. He blames me for that, not them. But that's how these people work, right? Fast forward to today, back maybe in September, he told me he had an intent to file to set aside our judgment, set aside the ruling of our divorce. And I've just stayed up to date on the court system in my county. It was a default judgment, so he had 6 months to contest and he never did anything. And he's saying that I defrauded him. Yeah, so no evidence of fraud because there was no fraud. To me, I feel like it's going to take 5 whole minutes, but I am going to go. I am going to look stunning. He's appearing virtually, which is great. Otherwise, I would be way more anxious, I think, to not have seen your abuser in over 6 years, 7 years maybe, and have them come at you full force about something so ridiculous as like, I think the total amount he could even be claiming I owe is $6,000. I might write about it on Substack. But yeah, so today I'm going to court to fight for my right to stay divorced. Wish me luck. Here's hoping that I get to stay divorced today and the judge does not choose to set aside the judgment that was ruled on 6 years ago. If this ever happened to you, let me know. And if you think this is crazy, let me know in the comments because it is crazy. Okay, love you, bye.
The fact that a man will ask for something during the divorce just to harm you or to hurt you or to see you suffering is absurd to me, especially if you have their children. I don't know why men don't care about their children. I was watching another video today morning that said that between pleasure and their child, a man will choose pleasure. A man won't give 2 facts about their child. They'll give all the facts about pleasure. Okay, of course, not all men, but 90% of them. So let me tell you, as women, we have stories. Even during a breakup, what is the craziest thing that your ex asked for during the breakup or during the divorce? Hey, asking back for your kidney is diabolical. I think some things you should do them and not expect anything in return, like a kidney or something. Like it's goodwill. You should just do it out of goodwill. You know, like it's crazy. And let me tell you, me personally, when I broke up with my ex, I know you laugh at this, but we had this gas cooker that his mother had bought it for us. His mother, emphasis on his mother. When we broke up, he asked for that gas cooker. And I was like, this is the gas cooker I'm using to cook for your son. What do you expect me to use? At that time, I was broke by the. I didn't have shit. Like, even we had another oven, a small oven. You see these portable ovens that you can carry from point A to B. I remember I removed like 70% of the money of that oven. And they removed like 30%. And they had the audacity to ask for it. Like, in short, anything. And I remember I also was using his laptop to do like my online jobs. I remember at that time that we were breaking up, he came home drunk and boxed that laptop to pieces. Like, so that, and at this time he was flying to another country for a very bare minimum job, of which he was deported. So, like, I remember that time. So, he boxes so that I can be left with nothing, literally. Oh my God, men will leave you in the desert without water. When I remember these things, it makes me praise God. It makes me really thankful that he did that because it exposed his true colors before God blessed me. So right now, I cannot offer any mercy. I cannot, like, I don't have anything. I don't have anything for him. I don't care. I don't care. You see the way some people say that is my ex, but if anything ever happened to him, like serious, that was a good guy, they could show up for him. For me, never. I don't just care. Even if he died, I'd never attend a burial. It's that bad. Like, how do you ask for a gas cooker? And I used to tell him, do you know there are baby daddies out here who have even given their baby mamas even land, even cars, and you're here asking for a mere gas cooker? And I've attached the photo of that gas cooker. I understand in the West you guys use piped gas, so you won't get what I'm saying, or maybe you will. But this is the gas that I'm talking about. Hey, oh my God! And let me tell you, once you get back on your feet and you have this money, you start laughing at the things that people thought they could take from you and hurt you. You really laugh about it because it's funny. It's funny how they wanted to help you. Mind you, this is a man that you were there for, a man that you helped, a man that you loved, Like, it's funny. So let me tell you, men are the biggest gold diggers. Let me tell you, men will hurt you. The man you marry is not the man you divorce, because protect what you have. Me, I always say, I don't know, I'm sure most of you judge me, but I always say marriage is not beneficial unless that man is like wealthy, rich. If you're just the same or he's slightly above you, that is nothing to me, because you can surpass him at any time. So, but unless he's like gathered this like richness or comes from this wealthy family that even if you worked like 80 years, you can never get to that point, then it's worth getting married. And ladies, protect your assets. However small, protect them. Don't rush to sign those papers, blah, blah. You'll be stuck. Right now, I have a friend who's afraid of buying any property, any asset, because she's separated from her husband. She's afraid that if they come for a divorce, the husband will take those things from her. But I'm thankful that my country passed a law whereby you have to prove contribution of payment so that you can be awarded a certain asset, which I love, because some of these men are lazy. They'll stay in relationships lazy, and expect to take everything from you, like the Cardi B and Offset situation. Most of these men are jealous of you. They're not happy that you're winning, and they'll plan their comeback through a divorce, through harming you, taking everything from you, taking what you worked so hard for. They don't care about what their children will eat. They don't care. They'll even take the house from you. You can stay in the street for all they care. Men don't like kids. They don't care about those kids. So if you're having kids, have kids for you. Don't have kids for nobody. Anything can go south. Hey. And women thrive in divorce. Always remember that. The only thing men contribute to a marriage is a fucking paycheck, of which even women nowadays contribute that paycheck. So what exactly do men do? Someone answer me in the comments. What exactly do these men do? And it makes more sense for women to be awarded half of everything or half of something, because these are the women who supported you while getting these things. These women were there raising your kids, having your kids, doing etc., packing your hot lunch, cleaning your house every day, folding your laundry every day. And men don't value such work. No wonder we insist that women do not become stay-at-home moms. Men don't value that work. They'll tell you, oh, you've been riding on my income. Oh, you can now use your card. Men get abusive, and any man can abuse you. Any man can abuse you. Keep that in mind. It doesn't matter who it is. The only man who, okay, I'm not saying even the only, but at least your father won't weaponize. But let me just keep quiet. But at least your father. Better your father. The only man I think you can trust in some instance, in some percentage, is your dad. But these men out here, they'll hurt you. They have the ability to hurt you. So always keep that in mind. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed it too. Please like this video, comment, help me push the engagement of this video so that it can get to a wider audience. Anyway, have a nice week ahead of you, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.